when I'm ready to walk up, I just stood in place like this, and they wheeled him down to me. That's how that was done. The other special effect, which is kind of fun to describe, was how they, in the scene where Hal won't let me back in the ship, if you remember, I caused the explosive bolts to open the hatch of the emergency exit and entrance and blow myself in. And what you see is I'm coming toward you, seemingly weightless toward you, and then I bounce around a few times before I can finally pull the lever which allows the doors to shut and oxygen to enter this vacuum. So what they actually did was, they didn't shoot it laterally, they shot it upside down, like that. So if you can imagine that hatch up there, that window up there in the middle of the ceiling, imagine that is, you can see the front of the pod. That's about all it shows. And laterally, out of sight, to the side of that, was the platform. The length of the ropes that were going to be attached to this piano wire. I was attached by one piano wire, and what I had to do was to drop, and I had no helmet. If you forget, the character has forgotten his helmet, so they couldn't use a double. Had to be me, because I had to drop, free fall, and it was free fall, toward the camera and be stopped within an inch or two from the lens of the camera, which was, as I say, twice the height. Well, maybe a height and a half, I don't remember exactly. So then, what I did, so this guy is up there with heavy gloves, this circus roustabout. They measured the rope and put 2 knots, very big knots, that he knew to stop the rope, so that I wouldn't go crashing into the camera. And so I went head first, and when the knot reached his gloves, he jumped off the platform, and I went whipping back up to the ceiling. It was a block and tackle effect. As soon as his feet hit the ground, he let go of the rope again, waiting for the second knot. So that's how 3 times I went like that. Of course, it looks like I'm being through weightless vacuum toward you. And there were a lot of other, and by the way, Stanley figured them all out. Everything. This guy was the most, I loved working with him. I mean, it was an honor to have worked with him.